The iPhone 5 is just amazing. I mean, did you see the layout on this thing? It's just incredible. And they kept the same width. They just made it taller. What a slap in the face to Android. They're trying to push sales because iPhone's so big. Make it wider. We can make a wider screen. iPhone doesn't have a wider screen. They've been doing this through 2010, 2011. Let's beat them. Wider screen, different options. And they're like, yeah, Apple, yeah. And all the excitement for iPhone 5, they keep it the same. They keep it the same width. What a slap in the face to all Androids. I can't stand Android. It is it's not practical, and it can't keep up with my lifestyle. With the stuff that I do every day, it can never keep up with it. It's slow, boggy, plasticky. It's cheap. It's not practical. It's just, I think it's kind of a waste of time. And I think iPhones, in my opinion, are the best. iPhone 5, didn't you see that over in China? That drop tests? Oh my gosh, wasn't that amazing? How they dropped the iPhone 5 and they dropped an Android several times. Could not get that glass to break on the iPhone, and it's so light now. I'm recording this video on a 4S. My upgrade is not yet till 2013. But I've been down at the store and I've looked at it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so light, and the taller screen is just perfect. I don't want a wide. I've seen some of those Androids. I don't want a wide tablet phone in my hand. No way. This is a perfect size for everything that I'm doing. When I get in my car and I start my day at my job and I'm running several days a week, I need something fast. I have notes to jot down. I have things to look at. I need something fast to keep up with me. Android can't do that. And my lifestyle would not be where it's at if I had an Android. So I don't know why people who own Androids think it's just so much better. Be grateful for what you got, but know where it's come from. Because we would not be at this level of competition if it wasn't for the original 2007 iPhone. They pushed everything up. They pushed it all up. Like tablets. Every tablet that you see today in any store in 2012 is because of the creation of the first iPad in 2010. No other companies can revolutionize like Apple can. They're just followers. They're not leaders. And then they try to get ahead of the leader because they were the follower. And they all of a sudden, these companies like Samsung, they get all this confidence, and they're like overly confident. They're like, no, we're the leader now. We create it. It's like they reinvent the history book of where everything came from. It's so stupid. You got to know where everything's come from, because we can show you in the history of which phone came last. So, I mean, I think what an iPhone can offer is just amazing. And I think it's better. It's better than all the Androids. It's simple. One button. You don't have to go searching for a touchpad on the bottom. One button for everything you need. It's that simple. Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. So, now they've come up with the iPad mini, and and they're going to take out some of those e-reader books, e-books. It's going to be awesome. You know, iPad's going to continue, and the Mac. Let's not even start with the Mac. It's incredible. It's just amazing what Apple's going to be putting together in the next few years. It's incredible. They're so successful. They know how to mold a company. They know how to create a brand. They're branding themselves. And all these other companies that run Android, they don't know how to brand themselves. They make fun of people waiting in line at an Apple store for several hours. They make fun of that. They use that as a tactic on their ad. Can they create a product for people to wait in line in for that long? No, they can't do it. If they can't do it, they'll make fun of it. That's all they can do. And I've picked up an Android. I've tried to see if it could keep up with my lifestyle. It's too complicated. It's not practical. In the speed of things that I need things done, it's not practical. So, if you're an Android, if you're frustrated, or if you're thinking about switching over, oh my goodness, please switch over. You will not regret it. Now, if you're just a gamer and you like, there's a lot of geeks that just like the geeky things, and they're just like, they like all the things that an Android has, and they're gamers, and if that's you and you like certain options and the way you push things, and you want to have cartoon characters on your screen and customize your own thing, and but when it comes to a business, getting things pushing forward, CEOs, salesmen, actual let's go somewhere, let's do this stuff. They count on an iPhone, not a let's change the widgets around on the home screen Android. Everybody that I've seen in the professional world, they all have iPhones. Assistant managers, any type of managers that have to work 60, 70 hours a week or whatnot. They need something that keeps up with them. They need a phone that can keep up with their lifestyle, not the other way around. And it's only an iPhone can do that. Look at the iPad. There's nothing that can come close to an iPad. It is beyond number one. Like they said in the keynote yesterday. When they look in the rearview mirror, there's nobody even there. They're so far ahead, it's amazing. The iPad is used in every profession you can think of, from police officers to doctors to, let's not start with high school, education, elementary, universities. Apple knows what they're doing. It's incredible. And if you're not happy with your tablet, 90% of my week is my iPad and my iPhone. That's it. Sometimes I don't even have time to flip open my Mac. Even though I can get a lot of stuff done pushing forward on my Mac, I maintain my information, my data on my iPhone and my iPad, everywhere from home to work, in between. So, go Apple. I didn't think I was going to make a 9-minute video, but I had stuff to share. Alright. I just had to update this. It's been a year since I made a video. I'll make one of these every year because I know it's stuff people want to hear. The new iMacs are incredible. They're just amazing. So, alright, that's it. Everybody have a great day, and if you're considering getting one of your first Apple products, it's never too late. And every time, it's never too late, and the person who waits for an Apple product in the future will always have the best next one. So you're never gonna regret your decision. Just jump in, and I recommend starting out. I recommend the iPod Touch. I recommend the 13-inch MacBook Air, the 13-inch MacBook Pro, and the iPad 2. I don't know much about the iPad Mini, But I love the iPad 2. That's the stuff that works for me. So that's the things that I recommend. Because if you're going to get an iPod, get an iPod Touch, because it's literally like a miniature computer. You have internet on there, you have Wi-Fi, you can't go wrong. And after you get used to using your iPod Touch, that will transform into an iPhone. With my lifestyle, if I recommend a MacBook over an iPad, I honestly want to say, yes, get both when you can afford them. But I seriously say an iPad, because I use an iPad all the time. You can always still get a really cheap computer. You can literally get a cheap laptop for $200-300. But I do recommend. You've heard the slogan: once you go Mac, you never go back. It's so true. My 17-inch Sony Vaio just sits in the case. I never turn it on. It's ancient. It's a 2008. It's amazing. Nothing is wrong with it. But it's slow. It's ancient. The screen. Once you put your eyes on a Mac screen, you'll never go back. So that's what I recommend. If you want to get into Apple your first time, there's so many things to own, but I'd say one of the two starters is an iPod Touch. Get an iPod Touch, get the 4th generation. It's even cheaper for like $200 something, close to $250. It's cheaper, like an 8 gig. That's really cheap. Best Buy. You can get one there. And the iPad 2 is still really cheap. Now you can choose between a wider screen iPad 2 or an iPad mini. So those are my options if you want to just get into Apple. Try those out. You'll never go wrong. They're amazing. I call them all computers. I call an iPod Touch a computer and a personal computer. I call an iPad mini a personal computer. I call an iPad 2 and beyond a personal computer. You don't need a Mac yet for all these amazing things, because they're timeless. They got a screen, they got internet on them. You can do everything. You can do so much stuff on them. So that's what I recommend. And I'm going to be done here. So I'll catch you guys later, and that's my Apple update. I love talking about Apple and how much better they are to everything else out there. Have a good day.